For a while now, I have wanted to gather data from the Limbus company community at large, since frankly it's sometimes difficult to know what the community thinks about some topics in Limbus, since it can be easy to get stuck in an echo chamber of varying quality. So I made this community post 10 days or so back, which led to this form. A simple little thing I made in like 10 minutes, and I sent it off into the world. With my subscriber base, and considering it was a community post, I thought to myself, well, maybe it'll get like 500 responses. And I got 700 responses in 3 hours. And now it sits at just around 2,200 responses. Now, why am I putting on a vaguely scared sounding voice when I say that? Well, let's just say my data collection for that survey was subpar. Allowing people to write in the answer for their favorite sinner led to things like this, and every variation of a sinner's name counted as a separate entry, which was just a whole mess to try and make sense of. This was also a similar problem with the favorite ID segment, since, I get it, spelling is hard, but also, goddamn, the amount of variations of Magic Bullet Otis was simply astounding, since she was very new at the time and there was no community established nickname, and who can be bothered to spell out lobotomy ego : Magic Bullet Otis anyways? Oh. Obviously, that also skewed my data, and I am just not a professional when it comes to data collection. But I really wanted to get a good set of data and do something with it. Share some interesting results instead of just making jokes about spelling mistakes. But I mean, this is pretty funny. The point is, the survey was somewhat of a mess, and it is completely my fault. But for all of you who took the first survey, thank you, and especially thank you for leaving a lot of kind words at the end. I read as many of those as I could, and it definitely helped fuel my ego. The regular kind. However, I want more, and I need all of your help once again. I have created a much better form that will make for far better data, with more questions, including, but not limited to, how much shame do you feel about the amount of money you've spent on Limbus? So yeah, professional stuff. I also encourage you to share this form with people who play Limbus, but don't necessarily watch me. I want a big data set for this, and I think this form is fun to fill out, just please don't spam it anywhere, because that's horribly cringe. However, at the very least, this makes you think of some things in Limbus that you might not have even considered before, like which ego has the best drip/animation, which is something I plan to tier list in the future if enough people want it, so let me know if that is something you would be interested, and I mean, subscribe, right? Wouldn't want to miss out on the most important tier list out there. I plan to make a follow-up to this video within about a week. That's not to say that'll happen, but I do plan to, and definitely will make a video at some point regarding this data. At any rate, I look forward to being incredibly disappointed with some of your answers, and fruitlessly hope to be pleasantly surprised somehow. I assure you, there's no dark dealings happening with this, and I have zero ulterior motives. You can trust me, and that's not yesterday's promise, that's today's promise. With that, thank you for watching, and for participating. Your soul belongs to me now.